probably be practicing some solo hum, a little bit of Offstring, and maybe just chilling and vibing, doing some 1A. So hope y'all enjoy the stream, and let's get started. Ooh, that was so close. That's the best attempt I've had yet in a while. That was good. Getting better with consistency. We're getting there. Hope y'all are having a good day so far. Take a nice break from whatever you've been working on today. It's all good. Yo, how's it going, Simon? Appreciate you being here. Just practicing some solo hum. May transition to some other types of yo-yoing here in a little bit. Yo, thanks Caleb, thanks Desalt Man, appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying the tricks. This is a style called solo hum. It's a little bit tricky, as you can see, but we're getting there. We're just chilling, we're vibing, we're practicing, it's fun. How are y'all doing today? Dang. String slipped out of my hands, but that was going pretty well for a second there. Yo, nice. I'm glad you're having a good day so far, Caleb. I am in the United States. How's it going, Yash? Welcome, Jamie. Yo, thanks, Hunter. I appreciate it. We're trying. We're learning. We're practicing. I hope y'all are having a good day and enjoying a break from whatever you were working on before. I'm trying to learn a new trick where it's kind of like, it's like that kind of a motion, but what happens is it does a rotation while one yo-yo pops up, the other one does a rotation, and then it lands. It looks really cool. I just don't really understand the movement for it yet, so trying to mess around with that and ask around and see if some people can help with it. I asked someone yesterday and he sent a good tutorial on it, so hopefully I can figure that out sometime this week. Dang. think I might try some regular offstring here for a minute. Give myself a break from solo hum. So close. Yeah, the thing with offstring is that it's super fun, but it's also very easy to drop the yo-yo. But, you know, it's part of the process. How's it going, Beast? I'm doing good. How are you? Glad you're able to hop on. That was a good one. How'd I do in ante? So here's the thing. I was pretty happy with like how I did for the most part. I really wished I could have gotten a cleaner take. And I lost a lot of points because it wasn't like because of the mistakes, right? And so I didn't end up placing very well. But I'm proud of myself because it was my first time doing solo hum in a freestyle, and so that was a major milestone for me and a major win. And I also did some other tricks that were pretty challenging for me. And so, all things considered, I'm pretty happy with it as like a benchmark kind of freestyle, and I got a lot of good feedback on it. I was disappointed with the placing, but everybody who competed did really well, and so it's all good. Hoping to do better at some in-person competitions next year. You would be right, Dom. I am in the lab cooking up some new tricks. How's it going, Kawa? I was doing some lab work on new tricks yesterday, actually a ton. Last night, I decided to do a stream at like 11 p.m. or something, and chat was helping me figure out, like, they were giving me some good ideas on tricks. Not sure what's going on with the response here. Yo, Colin, doing good. And salutes to Mystical Yo-Yo. Hope you're having a good day, man. Got off on the movement for that one. But there's a recapture you can do there that I was going for. Oh, sorry, not Mystical, excuse me, Miguel. Appreciate you being here. Every now and then with regens, it does weird stuff like that. How's it going, Fierce? Did I only do 4A in ante or the stream last night? Because for ante, yeah, I only did 4A. But the stream last night, I mainly did 1A. And a little bit of 5A, I think. But mainly 1A. Just because, you know, with it being a late night stream, I don't want it to be too loud, you know? If that is a question, Fierce, I am a bread enjoyer, so thumbs up from me for bread. Yeah, in ante I only did a 4A freestyle because I only had so much time. So close. I keep trying to land tricks without enough spin. That's okay. Yeah, like, the thing with Offstring is that even the best players will drop the yo-yo periodically. It's all part of the process. It's just inherently a risky style. But that's what makes it fun, you know? I don't actually own a cat, Scintilla, but I appreciate the question. I appreciate that, Fierce. Thanks. No, I don't have a cat. I did when I was growing up, but it's been a long time since I've owned a cat. That was back when I was like really little. There we go. Oh, that works. Oops. A 360 no scope. I always get so dizzy trying 360 no scope. Like it throws me off balance for some reason. The repeated hitting can reduce blood flow to the fingers. Yeah, no, that's fair. It can. That's one benefit of wearing a glove actually, is that it doesn't squeeze your finger quite as hard. And putting the knot up higher on your finger would be easier if I wasn't wearing a glove. But you know how you have the bigger knuckle in the middle, like this one? Putting it on the front half as opposed to the back half can help a little bit with that. Like, I can try 360 no scope, but it's probably going to be a lot of me being dizzy and missing. So if you're into that, that close. That was probably one of my closer attempts. Yeah, no, for sure. Like it keeps tightening around your hand or your finger because of the slip knot. So yeah, it can be an issue, but it's usually not too big of a deal. As long as you take breaks and don't let it squeeze your finger too hard. Ding. We'll see if we can figure out 360 no scope. Other people are a lot better at spinning tricks than I am. Oh, that was close. I actually almost had that one. Let me move this chair. It's on the side, but it actually did mess up the width. Okay. That was not high enough. Maybe we'll come back to the 360 no scope in a second. Let's try a DNA first. I'm more confident in landing that. Give me just a second. Maybe. Or not. We'll get it in a minute. Don't worry. There it is. The DNA. Yeah, you never know, Fierce. That does tend to kind of be the case with live streams, is that you don't always get recommended it unless you sub. So if you do enjoy this kind of a stream and want to be notified when I'm live, subbing is definitely a great way to get notified. You're not obligated to do that if you don't want to, but I try and do these streams as often as I can. I just started a new job, and so I'm trying to figure out a schedule now with that where I could stream most days. And I'm debating between lunchtime or right before I go to work. So stay tuned for that. Dang. Probably do before work most of the time, but we'll see. I was working on a trick like that last night on stream, which was really fun. Perfect 360 no scope. Fair enough. I will try my best to land that during the stream at some point. Yeah, thank you so much, Vish. I appreciate it. The hardest trick only done once in a yo-yo competition. I think people have done 360 no scope a few times in competition, haven't they? I don't know. I haven't really kept up with it. 360, but keep your eyes on the string, not the yo-yo. Also, like a literal no. I see what you mean by a no scope at that point, where you're not even looking at the yo-yo. Well, that would definitely be a lot harder. But for me, I need to at least be able to land it in the yo-yo first. So I think my best likelihood of success is to look at the yo-yo first, and then once I get better at this trick, to try that. Dang. I always hesitate on that spin. We're gonna land this today. No, that was almost it. I just lost my balance, darn it. It's a with scope, not no scope. The thing is though, whenever anyone does a 360 no scope, like they're still looking at the yo-yo anyway. Like it's just named that because TikTok thought it'd be a cool name for it, which is fair. It is a cool name. Oh my gosh, that was so close. That was so close, darn it. It's kind of like Spider-Man as a trick too. Like that was a trick that was named by TikTok as well. There's a lot of those. Oh dude, it was in the gap and I dropped it. We're so close. Another DNA, fair enough. Let me try and land 360 no scope. That one was my closest attempt yet. There it is. It didn't bind, but we take those. Okay, so we landed 360 no scope for the first time. We take those. And then DNA. Boom. 360 no scope to DNA, you love to see it. I'm a little bit dizzy from those 360 no scope attempts, but we landed it. Thank you for the trick suggestion, appreciate it. It's always fun to get trick suggestions, so thanks for that. Appreciate the sub, Fierce. Thank you so much. Watch the video, where's your alt? Or where's my air? I'm not sure if I know what you mean. Like, is that the name of the video? Oh my, threw it backwards. You deserve air for doing that. There's not enough air. That's unfortunate. As it, or are you meaning like I need to pop the yo-yo up into the air more often, or like you legitimately need more air to breathe? Because if you need more air to breathe, I would advise you to seek medical attention because that is a problem. Okay. There we go. Honestly, not sure if I'm following what you're saying at this point, Fierce. But I appreciate the sport either way. Kendamas are pretty cool, not gonna lie. They're not necessarily my favorite to play, just because I don't know as many kendama tricks. But mad respect for kendama players as well. It's a really fun hobby with a lot of really chill people. There's a lot of crossover with yo-yos and kendama too, actually, at least in terms of the community. Like there's a lot of good kendama players that are also good yo-yo players, which is fun. Oh yeah, I'd love to see it. Do you have a do you have a YouTube channel, Ella, that you post kendama tricks to? Because if not, might be a good opportunity to start one. It's always fun to share the tricks that you can do. I know I have a kendama around here somewhere, but I honestly don't remember where it is at the moment. But if y'all are interested, at some point I could do a stream where I try and do some kendama. But I don't know where my kendama is right now. Dang. No, thanks, Ella. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Glad you're enjoying the content. I'm trying to get to a point where I can stream most of the week, but with a new job, I'm still figuring out my schedule. So once I get that figured out, I will start posting in the community tab when I can stream, so that people are a little bit more aware of it. But either way, if you sub, you're going to be notified anyway. So if you are enjoying it, that's a great way to get notified and to support the channel. So I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you. Your kendama costs $100. Dang. Ooh, you got a custom made one. That's fun. Where'd you get a custom made kendama from? Like, are you sponsored by a kendama brand and like they designed it for you, or like did you have someone build it for you? 'Cause that sounds really cool, not gonna lie. Yo, how's it going? I really don't know how to pronounce your name, but I'm gonna give it my best shot. Is it Cheto? Appreciate you being here. Your mom got it for you. Nice. That was very nice of her. Am I wearing makeup or just good moisturizer? I don't know. Well, I mean, I know that I'm not wearing good makeup, but I mean, maybe my lotion for my face is decent. I don't know. I'm just I've got lighting to either side, so that's probably helping.
Yeah.
I have lighting to either side, so that's probably helping a little bit with the video quality. With a metal ball, interesting. I didn't know they had like metal ball kendamas. I feel like that would. How would that interact? So like, if it has a metal ball, that'd probably make the ball part of the kendama a lot heavier. Would that make it easier to do tricks or harder? I don't know. I haven't learned enough kendama tricks to know how the weight distribution would be helpful. Yo, thanks, man. I'm glad that you're enjoying the tricks. I started 15 years ago, so I've been doing this for a long time. But it's really fun. And the yo-yo community is really fun too. So glad to be doing it regularly. It's heavier and harder to do tricks. Interesting. Is it just because like the balance between the ken and the tama are a little bit different? Seven years of kendama is really good. That's awesome. Have you ever gone and done competitions for it? Mainly just for fun. That's fair. Dude, you have no idea, Juju baby. I have hit my knuckles, my hands, the top of my hands, my face. I have these yo-yos are really fun, but man, if you every time you mess up, it's like just a pretty good smash right into the hand. Fun stress reliever, nice. What kind of tricks would I expect from an unresponsive player with 6 months of experience? So right now, I would imagine that if you have 6 months of unresponsive experience specifically, that probably means that you got interested in yo-yoing from TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Instagram or something, which means you probably have learned things like the DNA. You may have learned Godspeed or a variation of it. Probably a variation of it. And then other random meta tricks. Like you'd be really surprised how many kids after like 6 months are doing like neck stole, and other like behind the back stole stuff. It's kind of ridiculous what people are able to pull off in such a short period of time. Like I don't even know how to do a reverse sprint stole. Like I mean I kind of understand the concept a little bit, but like I've never figured it out. Partially because I'm like not super interested in it, but I don't know, like when I was doing unresponsive initially, the kinds of tricks that I learned were things like, like I learned like Kuijibo, or like I learned, this wasn't necessarily specific to unresponsive or not, but skin the gerbil. I learned gondola and tricks like that. Whereas like right now, it's very much based on like what's popular online and in yo-yo contests, and less about learning like classic old school tricks. Even though I enjoy classic old school tricks. That's not usually why people are getting into yo-yoing right now. It's always a fun trick to do. But yeah, it really depends on like what someone's motivation is for learning unresponsive yo-yoing. Will kind of help you understand what kinds of tricks they'll learn. Really, everybody learns at a different pace and has different priorities of what kind of tricks they want to learn. So it's hard to really have like an expectation of what someone could learn in a specific period of time, because some people just have a ton of time and motivation. Yeah, and to be fair, like Godspeed is kind of like it's like a style of tricks more than it is necessarily like a specific combo, even though there is like a meta specific combo for Godspeed. Like it's predominantly just a catch-all term for speed combos, I've come to realize. But there is technically like a Godspeed combo. But even then, not everybody uses it. And again, you know, everybody's learning at their own pace and has different priorities, so it totally depends on you. 2 hour days, 20-minute sessions, that's impressive. I'm glad that you're chunking it up and not doing it necessarily just like all at once, because like especially, you know, at first that can kind of be hard on your hands because of all the string burn. Even though it can be fun to do the tricks for that long, and I definitely did. You know, it can take a toll on your hands, so it's nice to take breaks. Or wear gloves. Yeah, the official Godspeed combo is probably the one that Angel Tulip does, but you know, a lot of people call most speed combos can technically be a Godspeed combo, but yes, there is a Godspeed combo. And I agree, it's probably the one from Angel Tulip. So if you're around that amount of time in yo-yoing, Beast, I'm curious, what got you interested in learning how to yo-yo? Was it from like yo-yo TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, or like was it like how did you get into it? Because like I know for me, getting into yo-yoing is mainly because like I went to like a camp out with some of my friends from Boy Scouts and from church, and some of my friends there brought yo-yos, brought some Omega yo-yos that I thought were really cool. And so me and my buddy, when we got back from the camp out, went to Walmart and grabbed up some old school Duncan mosquitoes, which I don't think are even made anymore, and started learning tricks, and eventually got a Omega yo-yo with a DVD with a bunch of tricks, and learned a ton of those. And then I eventually found Yo-Yo Expert, where they had a ton of trick tutorials and a ton of different types of yo-yos, and I got super interested in it and just kept going. Joined my local yo-yo club, got my first unresponsive yo-yo, and here we are 15 years later. It's fun. Dylan Kowalski yo-yo reviews, interesting. And then you did a little bit in yo-yoing in grade school, nice. Dylan Kowalski has some pretty good yo-yo reviews. That's interesting that you found yo-yo reviews as one of your main things to get into yo-yoing. It's kind of cool though, I'm not gonna lie. It's always interesting hearing how people get into the hobby. Trying to figure out why my string tension was off. It's too loose. Interesting. Hey, how's it going, Tomas? Appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a good day. I was doing a little bit of solo hum earlier, and I'm trying to learn a trick called Feed the Sun. Sean sent me a tutorial kind of on it with some tips in slow motion. So I'm going to try and figure that out sometime this week. Appreciate it, man. Dylan to Gentry to Brandon and now to Hunter. That sounds like the yo-yo pipeline for social media yo-yo YouTubers at this point. That's kind of fun. Speaking of Brandon though, he actually started posting some videos again like this week. Or it might have been like within the last week. You're gonna go to bed? Fair enough. That is kind of late. I want to learn C-Fan as well too, but I think Feed the Sun will be a good way to get the idea of the motion for it before I get to C-Fan. Because C-Fan's motion kind of looks like the motion of Feed the Sun if it didn't have the yo-yo pop up. Oh yeah, no, you're good, no worries. But it is kind of like a trick you learn to learn C-Fan. And I will probably get to C-Fan eventually. Just trying to learn some tricks that I enjoy and that I can use in routines as well too. But either way, mostly because I enjoy it. But speaking of solo hum, let me grab some Offstring yo-yos so we can do a little bit of some solo hum practice before I gotta head back to work. Dang. We almost had that. Almost all the way to the bind. You're practicing C-fan on the weekend? You're getting close? Nice. Oh no. Yeah, C-fan is the trick that looks super cool, but like the movement for it just, I don't understand it yet. Trying to figure it out. But in the process of learning Feed the Sun, I learned something interesting, which is you can start straight into a somersault from this. Instead of hopping straight up, you can do an immediate somersault as long as you have the yo-yos lined up with the string. Your ping pong? Fair enough. I can try a ping pong. I landed it a minute ago, just without the bind. I'm finally getting better at it with this longer string, and then before you know it, I'm gonna like have a shorter string and then have to relearn it over again. No. I hesitated. That's the thing with solo hum, is that you can't hesitate. Otherwise, well, I mean, like, you can. It's just that it's most likely going to fall off the string if you do. Okay. We'll land this, don't worry. We will get there. I appreciate the encouragement from us. I hope your solo hum journey is going well as well. I'm gonna have to do another throw. That one hit my hand and went out of alignment. Oh my gosh. Yeah, saw that coming. Rip. Yo, how's it going, Amir? Long time no see. Welcome, Bradley. Y'all's names do sound familiar from previous lives. Appreciate you being here. How's it going, Josiah? It's going good. How's your day going? I'm just taking a lunch break from work to yo-yo, and then I'll be heading back to work in a little bit. Started a new job this week and trying to see when would be a good time to stream with my new work schedule. No. We were so close on that one. You're practicing violin? Nice. Good stuff. What tricks have I learned since when? I've been learning some new solo hum stuff. Like I learned solo hum sprinkler, which was exciting. And I might give that a shot here in a minute. But I'm trying to land ping pong first. Ah, dude, we were almost there. We were like halfway there. We're so close. I do work from home, yeah, so I'm just taking my lunch break and then I'll work while I eat lunch today. But odds are I'm probably gonna do streams in the morning or after I'm done with work, more likely than not. I'm just testing it out to see how I like doing it as a lunch break. I don't know what it is with ping pong today. I had it a few minutes ago. Yo, thanks man, I appreciate it. That sprinkler was really hard to learn actually, but it's super fun. Dude, why does it keep going off axis? Like, I keep getting them misaligned, which makes it super hard to do ping pong. Because, like, the yo-yos have to be pretty decently aligned for that. Yo, thanks, Amir. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love, y'all. Alright, we'll see you around, Amir. What's the collection of yo-yos you have? I will show those in just a minute before I wrap up. And also, welcome, Orlando. Appreciate you being here. Dude, that was it, and I missed the easiest part of the trick, dang it. Oh, man. Oh, the one that I landed randomly. That one is actually harder than regular ping pong, for me at least. But we can try it. I say as I almost landed first attempt. Hello. That was cool. You want to know who names the tricks? I would also like to know who names the tricks. What's my hardest solo hum trick? Probably the one that I was just barely trying. But Sprinkler is also one that I found hard. Which looks like that. It's just the hard part is getting it out of it. Like, doing that extra wrap roll is actually not too bad. It's just the getting it out of it part. And getting it back into regular solo hum rolls is pretty challenging. For me at least. Because they always want to collide, and when they collide, they stop the momentum. Will I come back today? Maybe. I don't know. It depends. Depends on how much time and energy I have later. I might do a quick stream after work to see if I like that. I don't know. I'm trying to experiment with what stream time works well for me. But if y'all have suggestions on a time that works well for you guys, that might also be helpful in figuring that out. Oh my goodness, what was that? Not sure why, but my second throw keeps not being lined up with the first throw. Oh, that was almost it. I just didn't have enough spin at that point because I did the rolls for too long. We were close though. That was the idea. I think I understand what I have to do to keep the yo-yos apart now. I feel like I have to like pull my right arm down during that, like pull my right arm down at a specific moment so that the yo-yos stay apart. There we go. Whatever time is good, but 3 Eastern is good for you. That one might be a little bit hard for me to do because that'll be right during the middle of my workday, but we will see. I appreciate the suggestion either way. Oh, dude, that was it. I just had the strings misaligned. Yeah, I think for me it'll probably either be right before work at like 8 a.m. my time, so like 8 a.m. Central, or right after my work at like 4 or 5 p.m. Central will be the most likely times, at least during the week. But we'll see. I'm still workshopping it. This week is for experimenting. It is a funny emote. I'm glad you like it. But now that I think about it, would that, like, Tomas, you said it was like 9 o'clock your time. What time would it be? Let's see. Do you know what time it would be for you at 9 a.m. Central? Oh, dude, I thought I had that. Because I do want to try and kind of make this international friendly too, if I can. But there's only so much you can do with time zones for that. Well. I appreciate you being here, Josiah. Thanks so much. Have a good one. All right. I'm going to give that one more attempt, and then we'll show the collection, and then I gotta go get some lunch here. Oh, dude, that was absolutely it. We're so close, dude. It's 9:10 p.m. right now. So 3 to 4 hours before this. Okay, so if it's like 2 o'clock my time right now, that would be like 10 o'clock my time. Which should probably still be, I don't know, I'll workshop it. It's close enough. We'll keep working on that one. But to show the, oh yeah, no, you're good, no worries. Let me pull up the collection really quick, and then I'm gonna go grab some food. So let me organize this for a sec, because I've got a yo-yo case over here to the side, which doesn't have all my yo-yos in it, but it has a bunch of them in it. I'm just filling it back up at the moment with some of my yo-yos. All right, that'll probably be good enough for now. Okay, so let me switch the camera on this. Alrighty, so try and keep that steady. This is the majority of my yo-yo collection. There's a few that aren't pictured in here. But you'll see I have a bunch of Offstring yo-yos. There's a few more that I don't have on here. But you'll see here as well, I have a bunch of 1A yo-yos, a couple of 2A yo-yos, as well as some old school yo-yos. This one being the Spy Dynamo, which is probably my all-time favorite yo-yo. The green and pink one, yes, it is it's a sick colorway. I really like it. And then the green and pink Offstring yo-yos also look great as well. They're super cool in a black light because they glow really well. These ones are iYoyo Unlimiteds. The signature of Ryan Connolly, our current world champion, who no longer is on Team iYoyo, but they still allow it to be his signature anyway. And then I have a couple more Offstring yo-yos in my bag over here as well. Let me pull them out. Scooch back a little bit so you can see them all. But yeah, so I've got 4 Japan Technology seals, which are in the top on the right. The two that are in the second row are Jet Sets, which was a collab with Japan Technology and Something Yo-Yo Design. The two white Offstring yo-yos with the red hubs right here are Japan Technology Amulet Bros. iYoyo Unlimiteds are the pink and the green. And then a whole bunch of 1A yo-yos. So we've got the Yo-Yo Friends Paper Cut right here, the Tachyon, the Duncan Grasshopper GTX2, Duncan Evolve, which is Justin Dower's signature, super good yo-yo, Spy Dynamo, killer good yo-yo in my opinion. It was definitely beyond its time, or ahead of its time. We got the General Yo Majesty with this nice two-tone purple and kind of like a gun gray almost. We've got the One Drop Caribou Lodge Summit. Contrary to the cap, this is actually the Duncan Hayabusa, not the Freehand Zero. So I bought this secondhand, and for whatever reason, it had Freehand Zero caps. We've got the Yo-Yo Friends Pheasant. Really good bimetal yo-yo. The Yo-Yo Friends AoE. Really great budget plastic yo-yo that is very capable. A couple of Yo-Yo Jam Unleashed that you can't really get anymore, but they're really fast for 2A. A classic Coca-Cola yo-yo that has been through the ringer, but was a gift to me from a friend back at the Utah Yo-Yo Club, Dale Meyerberg, who was one of the first world yo-yo champions. Such a cool guy. Got the One Drop Yellets, which is super interesting yo-yo. They took the, you can see here, it has the latitude and longitude in it, and those are actually the specs for the diameter and the why am I blanking on the width. And those exact coordinates are actually a place called Yellets. And so they created a yo-yo solely with the purpose of like being this, like where its specs are the coordinates of a location, which I thought was a fun way to name it. It's a very one-drop thing to do, and I think it was very fun. And then lastly, the Shinu Dolphin, which is from a Korean brand, Shinu, that does not exist anymore. But it's a really fun budget metal yo-yo. But yeah, that's the majority of my yo-yo collection. There's a couple stragglers that are around here somewhere that I don't know where they are. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the live. I will maybe be back later today. If not, I will be online as well tomorrow. And I hope y'all enjoyed the live, and I'll see you around. Thanks for sticking here. Have a good one.